Live rugby league on Channel 9, Friday night footy, the first match of the doubleheader. The Panthers and the Eels later on tonight, and the Titans and the Broncos right now. The start of a tradition. Lots of Gold Coast Titans jumpers in the crowd, Titans alongside Broncos supporters. We've really grown to love the Cowboys against the Broncos. Been a very special occasion, and tonight this kicks off. Broncos in the sheds. What a line-up for them. Justin Hodges, the number 4 there 2 weeks ago here, 4 tries against Penrith. And the Gold Coast Titans have the Broncos normal home dressing room, or the Queensland home dressing room. Last words from John Cartwright right now. A lot of emotion about tonight. They've got 2 wins already, but boy would they love to knock over Brisbane. Broncos have been through plenty of big matches before. They are the defending premiers, but a scratchy start to the season. Losses to the Cowboys, the Warriors and the Panthers. Here are the Broncos. What a lineup it is. 9 internationals in the starting side, led out by Darren Lockyer. Seven-receiver follows. Awesome reception for them here. 2 weeks ago involved in a golden point game against the Penrith Panthers. That man Hodges 4 tries. Lockyer, great that night, even better last Friday night against the Roosters. The Stars come out on a Friday night on Nine's Whitewater Sports. That's the story here tonight. Big occasion. A match that was circled by the Gold Coast fans and officials long before a ball was kicked this season. Titans and Broncos. Round 1 was great. Cowboys and Broncos here. Titans remain in the sheds. Carlton draft Friday night football. Some internationals in this side as well. Prince leads them out. He's one of them. A former Bronco. Had some tough times here, Scotty Prince. Broken leg twice. And he's back at Suncorp to lead his team out tonight. Frankie behind him. Great form on the board. Let's see what sort of reception they get at Suncorp, the Gold Coast Titans. Yeah, it's a confused crowd tonight. It's strange to sit here at the Broncos' home ground, and support may well be 50-50. I think common sense prevailed, bringing the game here. More fans getting access. Scott Prince goes through his ritual. He runs down to the far corner. Scoops up some soil, rubs it into the hands. He has been so good for them. Bailey, all their big name players, their big name signings were great last Sunday. Campbell, Bailey, Prince, Frankie. Bailey, one of the try scorers last Sunday as well. So stage set, perfect stage it is as well. Stephen Clark referee for this one. Round 5 of the Telstra Premiership. Broncos from right to left on your screen. Lockyer gets us underway. And this night, it sees Matt Rogers return to the Gold Coast side. Just checking to see where they will line up. I think you'll find Rogers has gone to the left wing, which means Webster's there with him. They may alternate tonight. Amos brings it up with Bailey. 15 metres out from his own line. Carroll over the top, playing in the centres tonight. Back from a 2-game suspension. Now Prince, shifting across to the right side, almost lost it. And the tackle of Perry, it was a good one. Now Amos makes 10 metres and gets over the 30. And the Titans' first possession of the night. Swain back to centre field for Prince. Kicks centre field from inside the 40. Hunt's underneath it. I think you're going to see him in the number 1 jumper for the Kangaroos next Friday night. Tackled 15 metres inside the Brisbane half. First up was Bailey with Minicello. Now Tate. Another contender for test selection. Tackled there by Amos and Bailey. 9 short of halfway. And then Berrigan. They run forward with Carlaw. Gets just over halfway. Hanging around in the tackle was Matty Hilda. Followed up now by Brad Thorne. He gets to the 40-metre line. Attracts 3 defenders in there. Bailey gets busy again with LaFranchi. Getting to a position where they can put in an attacking kick. Hunt's up on the line. Passes away for Eastwood. Talking test selection, a contender for the New Zealand side. Last tackle, 30 metres out. Perry will kick high. He's got it out to the wing of Webster. Webster is there, turns his back on and takes it, and then cops the treatment of Carroll and Tate, and is forced in goal line dropout.
That was a near perfect set from the Brisbane Broncos. They worked their way down the field. Shane Perry put up the kick. Jake Webster caught it, great job there. And Tony Carroll, who made his return and made it known defence was going to be where he was going to get involved in this game, drove him back into the end goal. Broncos with a chance to put first points on the board.
And taking time with a line dropout as well. Scott Prince, ball in hand. Broncos at one stage last week in the first half led the Roosters 16-0. It was in a situation where the Titans led the Panthers 24-6. They had that game in the keeping before a late challenge from the Panthers. Here's Sivanasiva. Takes a hit up and gets inside the 30. Tackle low down by Swain. So yes, they are in that attacking zone. 25 metres out. Berrigan, short ball there for Hunt. Unusual play, that one. Hunt running it up like a front rower. First man off the ruck. Now for Berrigan. Now they will look to spread it. Lockyer, 10 metres out for Hodges. And held, good tackle, Laleapea. 10 out from the line. Back to centre field. Perry had to check his run to catch that ball. Puts a bit of pressure now. And in fact, there's an obstruction play. That's a let-off for the Gold Coast. It was a mix-up there, the ball to Perry. It all went wrong for Brisbane.
Yeah, a little bit of mistiming there from the Broncos. Great tackle on that right. As we see Darren Lockyer here shifting the ball wide to Perry. There's obstruction rule here. Tate going in behind Thorne. That is a penalty to the Coast. But a good tackle there from Payer on Justin Hodges. The best way to handle Justin Hodges is around his legs. Go up high. We'll show you the try line.
Yeah, Kevy, you're right. Tough time out on that left side for Rogers coming back from a neck injury. Straight in against the form centre of the game, Hodges. So Payer and Rogers, there's pressure on them tonight. Here's LaFranchi. Great stats last week, 31 tackles, 21 hit-ups.
I'll just quickly note on that left-hand side for the Titans, Matt Rogers will attack, it looks like, in the centres, but defend on the wing.
And now out for Delaney, got himself past Berrigan and has tackled 25 metres from the line. Encouraging signs for the Coast. Webster and Hilda, then on for Henderson. Tackled 21 metres away, and it was a hefty bump as well. Sivanasiva, Carroll, Stagg all there, three good defenders. Hilda out for Prince, kicks behind the line before the last. Hunt's going across there, bounces up for Tate, and he has taken over the dead ball line. So now it's the Broncos' turn for a line dropout and a good set from the Gold Coast.
It's tit for tat at the moment, isn't it? I know it's only early in the game, but two very good sets that have ended with great fifth tackle plays from both of the halfbacks. Scott Prince putting this one through. Mark Minicello makes the first attempt, does enough to get Brent Tate to step over the dead ball line. Look out, Broncos, here come the Titans.
Yeah, of course, Brent Tate shifting to the wing for tonight's match. I don't think he'll do his test selection hopes any harm out on that wing. Played some good football there in the past for Australia.
Yeah, Lockyer, his turn for a line dropout that'll go 55 metres on the fly. Campbell there. Bailey to bring it back. Paul Bailey up in the front row, tackled 38 metres out. Thorne there first with Carlaw. You saw the control there from Scotty Prince, that kicked it in goal. His kicking game spot on last week against the Panthers. Started well here tonight. Now Campbell drifts across, links up with Henderson. It's a plus to have a fullback that can play up in that first receiver role as well as the Coast have. Here is Prince. Bailey there again, show the ball across. Now out for Hilda. Campbell is lurking inside and a good tackle from Perry. Took him across field. Delaney was on the outside. Now he's at acting half. Infield for the former Panther, Luke Swain. Runs straight there at Stagg on the comeback from a shoulder reconstruction. Last tackle, 15 metres out for the Titans. Prince with the ball, able to steady, gets the kick in. Tate's underneath it again. Doesn't get to it. And he says knocked by the Titans for a 20-metre restart. Referee Clark right there. Two Titans chasing through. First man there was Rogers.
It was tight, but they're off the hook, the Broncos.
Carlton Draft Friday night footy every Friday night these days, a big one on Nine's Widewater Sports. Here is Hodges. Loving the double headers. Next Friday night test footy, Australia and New Zealand at Suncorp. And here is Tate. Back to halfway, there's four in the tackle. Tate's gone in tonight with an attitude of being one of the busiest players on the field, I think, coming in off the wing.
And that's where his focus has to be. Doing the small things, not trying to be brilliant, just get the plays out of the way.
And out for Lockyer, here's Hodges. just enough on Hodges there. Hilda got across to make the tackle on Hunt. 15 metres out, pressure now on the Titans. Perry lined up left, Stagg ran through, prior play on from Clark, no obstruction. Carlaw with the ball. Again, the timing not quite there for Brisbane. Last tackle. Perry's on the left side, he's with it. Another kick coming, goes for the low one this time. Gold Coast have got numbers there. It'll be pressure again. Hilda passes back to Campbell. Oh, Hilda.
Well, Johnny Cartwright will have his heart in his mouth. Oh, my God.
No score, Broncos and Titans in the 8th minute. Yeah, he rolled the dice, Matty Hilda putting pressure on Preston Campbell. He got a ball like that last week from Matt Peterson as well.
I thought I was watching the World Club Sevens again. Who does this sort of stuff? A young kid full of confidence, that too. They got out of it all right.
So again, a lot of time sucked up by the Titans. Line drop out, number 3 for the night, 2nd for the Gold Coast. Play at the moment, it's been inside the 220s, hasn't it? It's an exciting start to the night. Carlaw picked up by Henderson. Thank you, Henderson and Minicello. Carlaw's got their number. Here's Thorne. He might return the favour in just a moment. Next time the Gold Coast get the ball. There are some hitmen out there. Look for some big shots tonight from Carroll in the centres. Here's Sivanasiva. Stood in the tackle of Amos, out for Carlaw. Then Eastwood unloading for Hodges. And he gets that Hodges shuffle working. 11 metres out, penalty here to Brisbane. A little bit more of the blowtorch to the belly for the Gold Coast Titans. Don't think they'll go for goal.
Both sides really just testing each other out here as we see the penalty going to the Brisbane Broncos. Yeah, that was a fair one. The Broncos, I think, their strength is on that right-hand side with Justin Hodges. They keep playing down that way all night long.
Berrigan, restart of play for Sivanasiva, takes it up and almost gets to the line, Big Petro. Gee, got a lot closer than what he was entitled to. Perry with the ball, 10 out. Now Carlaw will take a dash at them. Bailey locks up the ball. Campbell, Lafranchi, Amos come in and he lost the ball. On tackle number 2. That is a massive let-off for the Gold Coast.
Yeah, disappointing for the Broncos, but good work there from the Gold Coast Titans. I feel for Dane Carlaw there. I was just about to give him a rap. He has been playing the house down for the Bronx.
Down to the sideline, Tim Gilbert.
Absolutely perfect conditions, 22 degrees. That breeze is picking up a little and it's more of a cross breeze. The defence so far, outstanding. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Scott Prince. You mentioned before that he played at Brisbane, broke his leg twice. Since leaving Brisbane, 80 games straight. This is his 80th game straight. West Tigers, of course, he had that premiership as well. He's the key tonight.
Absolutely, Tim. Quality football in that 80 games from Scotty Prince. Bit of origin, bit of test football as well. The ball with Amos, switches back to Swain. They get lively down this right side. This time Berrigan makes the tackle on Delaney. It's not conventional, but it's a sign of the way the game is played. A hooker defends out the centres. That's the role for Berrigan. Here he is again. And on that same man, Delaney. 49 metres out from the Brisbane line. This time Campbell will kick on the last. And he goes, well, he tries to get it over the head of Hunt. Nonchalant take at the back, just reached up. Now puts a hop and a skip on. Carmichael Hunt running an angle there at Hilda, and Rogers there to make the tackle. Second time this year the Titans have been at Suncorp. They opened here round 1 against the Dragons. They played a nail-biter then. 3 of their 4 games decided by 2 points. Broncos golden point here 2 weeks ago. And the way this game has started, there's a sniff of a real tight one for the 80 minutes here and maybe beyond. Here's Thorne with it. Nice challenge front on there by Henderson. 5 inside their own half. Brisbane in possession. Perry kicks down to the corner of Webster, loping back, former Melbourne Storm player. Webster slipped, he took a big divot, took a massive divot.
And took a big hit from Tony Carroll's shoulder.
Yeah, it didn't help him that he didn't have balance. Now Campbell back in field. Saw this the other week here at Suncorp, that 10-metre zone is a little soft. And Webster came unstuck there. Take 3 buckets of sand on a golf course to feel what he's done. Minicello's with the ball outside the 20 for the Titans. Back for Amos. Able to stand and offload for Prince. Now there's a chance out on the left. Rogers is with the ball. Hodges is across there. Rogers back in field for Prince. Cut down from behind by Lockyer. Or by Tate. 45 metres out from the line. Minicello for Hilda. Cut-out ball for Lafranchi. Lafranchi slips it back for Campbell. Spins away. Gets it on for Webster. Superb attack from the Gold Coast. And crowd loving this. Hilda, 20 metres out. Will kick across for Tate. He's under it. Tate's got the ball. And he is taken down in goal. And that is a superlative centre six. Take a break at no score, Coast and Broncos. Another line dropout. Brent Tate's been under pressure and feeling it too. Took it just half a metre short of the goal line. He had no chance of staying in the field of play. Payer on the chase, but that centre six, the attacking rate of the Gold Coast, confidence in their offloads, good support play, it was all there. Friday night football on Channel 9, another line dropout. This one goes 61 metres on the fly, and then Preston Campbell passes to a stumbling Luke Bailey, scones him on the melon. He's hit him in the face. It's a little bit embarrassing for the Titans there. Watch this. Oh dear. Oh no.
You talk about Dane Carlaw not deserving to make an error. Luke Bailey, that didn't deserve to happen to the big man.
That's Mario Hennig-like, isn't it?
Well, yes. We saw Denny Nutley last week for the Roosters cop one off the boot of Lockyer. What is going on in the game for poor Luke Bailey?
Who knows?
Unflattering stuff. 61-metre dropout from Lockyer, and you get that result. How things can turn. Here's Carmichael Hunt. I think Luke will erase that from the video after the game. He doesn't need to see that again. Here is Berrigan with the ball. Petro Sivanasiva. There's a nice spin from Petro. Puts on the big pirouette. You get dizzy if he does it more than once, though. Here's Perry. Now Carlaw follows up. They're 12 metres out from the line. They're ready to launch another raid. The Broncos. Berrigan dummy half. Lockyer first receiver role this time. Cut out ball out there. Carroll puts it down. Well, what's going on there? They're getting excited. I know it's a big night. There's lots of emotion. Unforced error, though, again from Brisbane.
Yes, Tony Carroll, of course, making his way back into the centres tonight. A bit unaccustomed there. Little knock on from Carroll, but the Titans for mine have been very strong defensively. Brisbane not testing them too much, but they look very solid with their defensive line. It's moving fast, it's moving swiftly, and it's putting a lot of pressure on the Brisbane attack.
A lot of credit to the coaching staff of the Titans too, the way they've brought this side together. They could so easily have been 3 from 4, 3 wins from 4 matches when you go back to round number 1. Henderson, lovely tackle low down. That's a classic shot from Stagg. Great technique. Now Amos, he started the match well, the former Cowboy. He was number 3 hooker up at North Queensland behind Payne and Fayumu. Came here for the opportunity. Here's Lafranchi, 5 short of halfway. Slow to get away from that tackle was Tony Carroll. Now Bailey, not off the face that time, got it in the hands. Spun around there by Carlaw, last play for the Titans. Amos, back for Prince, kicking for the corner, he's got it past Michaels. That's another great kick from Scotty Prince. He's pulling them all up perfectly. So Michaels hemmed into the corner and pushed back by the Titans. Such composure. Timmy Gilbert spot on about Scott Prince's game at the moment. He's in control of all his powers.
They're prepared to really lock into this arm wrestle, the Titans. They know this game can be won in the 80th minute, and they've got the strike power to do it as long as they can put it with the Broncos. As long as they can keep building pressure, but leave you me. The Titans are looking good.
Sivanasiva on the 20, Scotty Prince on screen. And now the ball for Thorne, taken down. Bailey got a good hold of him. Bailey already busy in the stats, 7 tackles, 4 hit-ups. There's another spin. Stagg does it well short of the line. They're all doing it. And they get a penalty, Brisbane. On the 40. So the tackle was just a fraction high there, pointing at Luke Bailey. I think he was suggesting grapple. Bailey comes in on David Stagg. Spun well.
I think he might be looking at the grapple there, Bossy.
Spun him around and had a decent hold on him. Would have choked the life out of a chicken. Here's Sivanasiva, 25 metres out from the line. This is where the match is being played at the moment. Deep in the two teams' territory, and a crook ball, and Gold Coast get to it. Another error inside two tackles.
Well, Vossi, you and I have seen that play work over the last few weeks with the Broncos, Berrigan to Carlaw. They just misread each other there. Don't know what's going on.
Brisbane looked a little bit flat for mine tonight, just in the opening period of this first half.
Well, Kevy, they've had the longer backup. Coming on from the Friday night game against the Roosters. Gold Coast backing up from Sunday, and a big one against Penrith. Well, here is Amos, and now Prince showing the ball to Swain. He was almost through. Carroll had hold. Last tackle for the Coast. Amos, the kicking option this time. Dummy left, kick over right, good kick, Amos. Hunt's there, has to play it. Amos leads the chase. Hunt wants to link up with Michaels, does that. Michaels with the ball, gets over the 10. Good play from both teams. Delaney made the tackle. Gets back over the 20. Completion rate 5 of 10. Wayne Bennett will be dirty on that. Brisbane know they have to lift there. 6 of 8 for the Gold Coast Titans. But more impressive again has been the kicks on the end of those sets for the Titans. Berrigan to centre field with Carlaw. Offloads it on for Lockyer. Now for Hodges. Rogers there. Pushed onto his backside. Payer comes in, makes another good tackle on Justin Hodges. Take dummy half from halfway. Lockyer. And lost it. He put a foot down. The dummy half has put a foot on the line. And the eagle eye touchy is right there. Career highlight for the touch judge. He picks it up. Watch it. Hodges gets to his feet and the dummy half tape. Puts his foot on the sideline and the red flag goes up.
Well, that's out, is it not?
It's a coach killer. Wayne Bennett won't be happy with that. The Broncos have to look past just shifting the ball right to Justin Hodges all the time. I know he's in great form. He's got Brent Tate, another international now outside him. A little bit more variety wouldn't go astray.
Campbell goes across. It's good work by the touchy to be looking down at the ground when he's playing the ball, I reckon. There is a bit of an anomaly in the rules. If the man playing the ball gets to his feet and puts his foot on the sideline, they call that pass forward there. If the man playing the ball puts his foot on the sideline or over, it's not counted as out. But dummy half, it's the same rules as any other player on the field.
Who writes those rules?
Well, I don't know why it's written, to be honest.
Who are the group of people that get together and come up with those sorts of things?
Here it is again. There, look at this. Wonderful replay now. Well, he only just had his foot on the sideline when he touched the ball.
Can I just say,
well, hang on.
Here's the tackle. Big tackle it was. Brent Tate will cop plenty this week at training. Don't worry about that.
And now a penalty for offside from the scrum. The differential just short of halfway. Brisbane with Lockyer, they will kick deep inside the Gold Coast territory. Yeah, we'll argue about that rule another night, Ben. We'll just stick to the footy right now, but no, I can't explain it. There is no explanation. Here's Sivanasiva. Why would you be allowed to step out?
We'll
argue about it tonight.
I'm happy with it.
You got me upset now. 25 metres out from the line. Brisbane in possession. Berrigan. Friday is on. He's there as a decoy. Berrigan decides to run himself. So Friday into the match after 20 minutes. Thorne will go close. Thorne will go very close. 4 defenders. They've got a piece of both legs and a piece of both arms. Berrigan goes out wide for Lockyer. Hodges lets it go. And Brent Tate, well, he's having an up and down night. There's no doubt about that. He is a yo-yo.
We'll have another look at this in a minute, I'm sure. Brent Tate, he was in second slip here. He's made a diving attempt off a Lockyer pass that was left by Hodges. Here he goes, horizontal to the ground. They're just not coming up with the percentage plays at the moment, the Broncos. Like I said, more variety is the key.
Well, he started the match strongly, but the last few minutes, hardly a career highlight for Brent Tate. Friday replacing Carlaw. And now a juggle for Swain. He almost lost it. He just gets it under control before he runs into a Broncos wall. Carroll will be penalised. Friday was there. Stagg was one of the 3 players in the tackle.
Brisbane haven't got any rhythm at the moment in their game. The Titans hanging, they're not doing too much wrong. Another grapple tackle there from Carroll, I think, has been penalised for. Both teams just need to settle down and knock out some sets of 6 and both get themselves into this game.
No score, 21 minutes gone. Prince out for Helder. This will be put down by Minicello. Now their turn on tackle number 1. 40 metres out from the line. Friday with it. Taken front on by Hilda. 35 metres away from the line. Hodges back to centre field. Thorne with it. Two-man tackle, Bailey over the top, Amos down low. Berrigan dummy half. Sivanasiva calling for it, almost forward there to Sivanasiva, floating ball across the line. They're 15 metres out, they've been here before but have come unstuck. They're forced two-line dropouts from the coast so far tonight. Berrigan this time links up with Thaiday, it's called forward.
What about the game at the moment? Penalties, errors. It's gone into a moment of madness from both teams. Sean Berrigan forward to Sam Thaiday. They know what they want to do, both these sides. Execution is just not where it needs to be. Both the coaches will be sitting up in the boxes just scratching their heads.
Who'd be a coach, Ben Igan?
How are the Jets going, Kevin?
Let's move on, hey?
That's righty, where you are?
This scrum 10 metres out from the Gold Coast Titans line. Scott Prince isn't going to give the Broncos much of a look at that ball at the angle he was feeding it. Fed it with his backside to the Broncos players. And Webster will play it. Now sent out the right side. Oh, good defence. You know who's right there, the hit man. Berrigan going down low. Thorne over the top. Now Swain. Not too many weaknesses in this Broncos defensive line when you can play Berrigan out in the centres. Here is Amos. Calling for it was Myers. Amos has had some nice sorties tonight at a dummy half. Now Campbell on for Prince. On halfway, inside for Bailey. Thorne and Thaiday there. And finished off by Stagg. Last tackle, Gold Coast. Amos on for Prince. No score in this match on Friday night footy. Low ball for Tate. I want him to take it. He's got it. Brent Tate with the ball. Tackled there by Minicello and Prince. I hope he gets to the feet and plays it okay.
I'm sure he will.
His night will turn.
Interesting fact there, of course, Brent Tate was best man at Scotty Prince's wedding in the off-season, so those two will have a good time tonight when they clash out there on the field.
Sivanasiva to the bench for the first time tonight. 23 and a half minutes gone. Brisbane possession, 25 metres out from their own line. To be played by Hunt. Now Hodges gets himself centre field. This loping run across field and still able to beat two. Offload for Eastwood. What about the form of Hodges? Everything he touches turns to gold. Inside the Titans half. Hannett the player on for Sivanasiva. Lockyer decides to attack. Good man inside in Thaiday. Broncos testing out the Titans defence close to the ruck. Myers made the tackle. Last out, Lockyer's left foot. High ball. Campbell sprints across. Webster's underneath it. Zeroing in was Carroll, doesn't get him. Webster. That's a good trick. Got away from Michaels, got away from Carroll.
That was fantastic work from Jake Webster. He had one of the biggest hitters in the game coming at him at 100 miles an hour. Used his footwork to hit and spin like we've seen so many times already this game. Watch this, two players, two very good players. Some great work there from the young centre.
Nathan Friend now out there, one of those former Broncos. There's four of them in the Gold Coast side. Friend on for Amos. And here he is, one of those players that made his debut in that baby Broncos side from 2002 when they played out at Campbelltown and beat the Tigers. Also that night, Chris Kaler made his debut. You'll see him later tonight. Hunt's got this kick covered. Good communication there with Michaels. And Stevie Michaels has the job of bringing the ball back. He's lost it. Chance for the Coast. Bringing it up is Friend. Friend with the ball, 5 minutes out. He hasn't scored a try in his first great career. He almost had one presented to him there. Myers at dummy half. He takes a shot at them. Right on the line, headed there to make the tackle.
Broncos gone on the right-hand side. They're coming left over the top.
Titans out for Swain. Kept alive for Prince. He dummies there to Delaney. And Berrigan makes the tackle. They regroup the Broncos. Hard to believe the mistakes they're making early in the count tonight. With it is Delaney. He runs it back to the corner. Friend quickly across there. They'll do well to hang on here, Brisbane. Prince out for Hilda. Lockyer sprinted up, saw there was trouble. It was enough to stop Hilda from stretching that ball any wider. Friend dummy half. 15 metres from the line. Here is Scott Prince. He puts his stamp on it. Minicello goes over for the Titans. He went through the first line. He went through the turnstiles. He scores at Suncorp. And it's 4-0 to the Titans. Mark Minicello.
He's a big, strong thing, this kid. He's been overshadowed by his older brother for a few years. But he's a big man. He did this last week against the Panthers. Here's the turnover. Nathan Friend, great work here from Brent Tate to run him down, keep the Broncos in with a fighting chance. Scott Prince sees there's some tired defenders over here. They didn't have numbers, but they were tired defenders. He got his big, hard-running second row onto the ball, takes it to the line, gets him one-on-one with Justin Hodges, who's a strong man himself. Shows you the effort that Minicello's made to get that across the line. Great work.
And the Titans fans rejoice. They had them shot on that right-hand side 2 plays earlier. The Titans, after that break ball, that Friend picked up that loose ball and sprinted downfield. There's Minicello, the try scorer. He's second this season so far. Well done, Big Mark. You're playing well, my friend.
Yeah, spent the last 4 years at South Sydney, debuted for the Roosters back in 02. I reckon as youngsters with Anthony Minicello, competitive as any 2 footy brothers would be, that Mark was the more ambitious actually, and Anthony was the more laid-back one. They played a lot of junior rep footy at the highest level. But Mark had a few injury problems early on, and that sort of stymied his progress. But here he is in first grade, handy player for Souths and in the starting side for the Titans. From the southwest of Sydney they came from, the Minicello boys. Preston Campbell's first kick of the night on the run, and a 6-0 at Nine's Friday night footy. The Titans over the Broncos. So Minicello, the try scorer. Campbell retains the first choice goal-kicking duties for the Titans. They've got a few in their side. Rogers, Delaney, they're handy at it. Scotty Prince has kicked a few goals in his time. So certainly strong in that department, the Gold Coast Titans. At Suncorp Stadium tonight, doubleheader on Channel 9, and this is the Titans against the Broncos. Titans in their first year, they're quitting themselves well with 2 wins from 4 and a 6-0 lead here against Brisbane. And Hilda hit over the top there by Thaiday on the 20-metre line. Friend away for Prince. Inside, LaFranchi there, headed up in the tackle with Tony Carroll. Tim Gilbert sideline.
That try was scored on the back of some wonderful defence. The combination of Billy Johnston and his fitness training and Trevor Gilmester with his defence. Oh, they are good, the Titans.
His friend, he was upended, still managed to squeeze a pass out. Myers there for Bailey. It's flat, but it's across to Minicello. Now they're away. Rogers down the left side. Lockyer came across. Payers with the ball. Then back for Minicello. Minicello, 5 metres out. 3 metres out. He wants to stretch out. He looked at the line. It's as close as you can go. Still on for the Titans. Out for Swain. On for Prince. Out it comes for Delaney. This is sensational rugby league from the Gold Coast Titans. They have arrived, baby. The Gold Coast Titans 10. The Broncos nil. Little brother looks mighty good.
They are out entertaining the entertainers. You wouldn't have seen it in the background, but after they've scored this try, Scotty Prince has celebrated. A great movement down the left-hand side of the field. Plenty of chain passing. Here's this guy again, Mark Minicello. Shows his strength, his footwork. Tempted to put it over, holds back, they shift right. Scotty Prince knows there's space out here. He calls for it, sums up the situation, gets the ball to the key man. Delaney puts it down. Great work, Gold Coast Titans.
Yeah, good crisp hands from their halves. Shot the ball wide where Brisbane works. Prince made a great decision there with the cutout, and Delaney goes over out wide for the Titans. They're playing some good football, the Titans.
The thing that's impressing me about the Titans that the Broncos aren't doing is that every time one of these key players in a ball-playing position goes to the line, his support players are playing every play. They're getting themselves into holes. They're creating options. The Broncos are having to make decisions in defence, and sometimes they're coming up with the wrong answers. The Titans are looking very good at the moment.
Yeah, we're particularly impressed with Matt Rogers down that left-hand side. Showed some good skills there to put the coast away.
Campbell doesn't muck around. He's got quite a follow-through. He runs through on contact. Let's watch him again from 21 metres out. Just gets back to his mark, and in he comes. Here he comes. Campbell on the run for a 12-0 lead. He's done it. 12-0 Friday night football. Two tries, but that's right there. They've covered the full length in the set. That's sensational work from the Gold Coast. Delaney getting the spoils at the end of it, the former Parramatta Eel. So Minicello and Delaney, the try scorers so far. Campbell 2 from 2. Suncorp Stadium. Matty Hilda in goal. He's trying to do a Justin Hodges from last Friday night. He went back to take a deep kick from Darren Lockyer, then throw it in the air. He doesn't know whether he had his foot on the dead ball line or not. Here it is. Watch his skills, Benny Eichen.
Well, I didn't see the initial touch where he threw it up in the air, but he's got himself back in the air and landed in the field of play. Here. I think this is good.
Oh,
Wait, he was in.
And he's got the divot to prove it. You can show where the leg planted on the ground was. So that goes against the Titans. And it's a big one too against them. Brisbane in possession. Down by 12. Carlaw took a ferocious hit up off the dropout. Now Sivanasiva. He'll be tackled 15 metres out from the line. This will hurt the Titans if the Broncos score here. Really hurt the circumstances. Here's Thaiday. Tackled front on by Swain. 9 from the line. Berrigan. Sivanasiva misses out. Hennett Lockyer. Big trouble. Big strife here. Carmichael Hunt when the ball gets over. So now that decision against Matt Hilda is very big. Touch judge wants the grounding checked.
That'll be tackle 4. We're going to check a possible obstruction, please.
Obstruction back. I think this is Hannett running through. I had no troubles with that one unless they've spotted something else.
This will be interesting. We're going to have a closer look at it. Sivanasiva takes the ball to the line like a halfback, gets it to his captain. Dane Carlaw's the man in question. He's way back here out of shot on the left-hand side of the screen. Here it is here from Eagle Camp. Dane Carlaw's the lead runner, gets into the hole. No, that's okay.
Yeah, no interference there from Carlaw.
Hilda actually gets himself out of that position, ends up being the tackler.
He's looking at the put down now as well, I suppose, and clearly that's a try.
You wouldn't believe that you'd see 2 of those Hodges incidents in the space of 2 weeks, what Justin did last Friday night, and then Hilda, there was probably even a greater degree of difficulty for what he did tonight.
It was. I was more acrobatic than Justin Hodges. It's catching on that move. That's a try. And a good one for the Broncos. They looked like they were always going to score after the body language they presented to the audience. Once they got the 4-pointer, it was like we knew we could do this. I wasn't so sure. Darren Lockyer gets involved in the old pet play. Second man to Carmichael Hunt. He uses his great footwork to get himself across the line, but they've been using this play for a long time now. It's worked for them. They stick with it. It's on that right-hand side of the field where they like to go. They've got themselves back in the game of the Broncos.
Well, they have, but I thought the Sunday roast black band that play last week, Bossy.
Well, it wasn't a black band. We're happy to call it legal. You know, you can't throw it over an opponent's head, and we're never going to see that again. But he threw it straight up in the air. I'm happy with that. I don't know. I just think it's an incredible skill to know where the dead ball line is without looking down. To have the presence where you are. Here's Lockyer. And Lockyer's first kick of the night successful. So it is the Titans 12 leading the Broncos 6. 2 tries to 1, Tim Gilbert sideline.
How lethal are the Broncos? A lot of these guys will be back here next Friday night as we look at the try again in Australian jerseys. All 10 Australian reps in their starting side for the first time this season. There was one of them crossing for a 4-pointer.
Friday night football at Suncorp, and close to a full house. Not quite, but well over the 45,000 mark. As the Cowboys, or rather the Titans, get us into the next passage. That first round, the Cowboys and the Broncos. It was a great weekend, the first Friday night here, then Sunday, Titans against the Dragons. You never get a bad night at Suncorp these days. Here's Sivanasiva. It's a credit to the supporters that rallied to this great venue. Here's Hunt infield for Hannett. Hannett gets over the 30. Chris Kaler now out there in 14 for the Titans, involved in the tackle with Friend and Myers. Now Hodges, he's never flying, but he's so strong. Hodges bumps him off. There's the Broncos bench at the moment. Thorne, Kenny, Lacey and Stagg all there. Now kicking from outside the 40. Webster's across there. Gets a nice friendly bounce there. Jake Webster. 7 test matches for the Kiwis in his career. Tackled there by Carroll and Michael. Sunday football this week off to Campbelltown for the first time this year, and the Tigers chase their first win when they take on the Sharks. But before all that, the Sunday footy show at 11. with guest host Mark Riddell and the Sunday roast at midday. No doubt more topics to discuss out of the matches we're seeing tonight. The Tigers and the Sharks from 4 o'clock. Good win of the Sharks on Monday night. Big win over the Dragons, 40-4. Titans in possession, 15 metres inside their own half, played by Caleb. Friend to centre field, Prince. Then for Brad Myers, going low down as Hennett. And that is the last tackle. And Prince will kick from about 3 metres outside the 40, and he's got it over the head of Hunt this time. Hunt got a hand on it. He's able to drag it in from outside his goal line. Now goes for top gear. Rogers chases him across field. And Hunt will play it on tackle number 1, 20 metres out from the Broncos line. Go back to what I said earlier, there's a feel of this game not being decided right down until the 80th minute. I don't know, you'd love Golden Point again up here. We had it 2 weeks ago against the Panthers. Is it asking too much to get it again?
Of course it's not. We're at Suncorp Stadium, Bossy. Anything can happen here.
Lockyer out to Eastwood. Not sure whether Wayne Bennett wants to go through Golden Point again. Pretty heartbreaking. Well, in fact, I don't think he wants to go through the last 2.5 minutes of the match against the Panthers, then Golden Point. Tate over halfway for Brisbane. This time, last tackle for the defending champs. Perry kicks, got angle on this kick, but it's a hard bounce, and this one will go all the way to the dead ball line. Well, bounced short of the 20, but just kept on going from Shane Perry.
Yes, it did. Surprisingly, there, that kick did roll on. This bottom back end of the field here at Suncorp Stadium is a little bit damp, and that one normally would have pulled up, but unfortunately there for the Broncos, it carried through to the dead ball as the Titans bring the ball off their 20-metre line.
Kev Waller's just calling for the stimp meter to be applied to the surface here at Suncorp. And now they've got another, well, they're calling that one forward to Bailey. Bailey looks up, perplexed at all of that. It's the big stare, friend away to Bailey. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I thought they could have got away with that one. I've seen worse before let go. But this is a danger period now for the Titans. They will be cursing that. They must hold on for this set of 6. Brisbane can score points and score them quickly.
Well, they've been the better side in the first half. Yeah. If Broncos score here, it could be 12-all at half-time. Here is Perry. 3 and a bit minutes remaining in this first half. And Broncos in possession with Sivanasiva. Sivanasiva will crash up inside the 20. Cooper hangs on with Prince. It was a strong run from the Test front rower, kicking his legs around. The winning side a penalty. This is 10 metres out, 15 metres in from touch. Lockyer is walking over.
I think he's going to take 2 here, Bossy.
Yeah, it's a stroll over. There's no urgency to restart now. He gets a little spurred on, kicks it over the line. 3.5, or rather 2.5 minutes remaining. And Hennett takes this one forward for Brisbane. Tackled there by Myers. Will play it 5 metres out from the line. Berrigan acting half, had a little look up. Passes there for Carlaw. Carlaw with the ball. Still 5 minutes out. What a test for the Gold Coast Titans. They've had a great first half. They're under pressure now. They've got to withstand a run of Lockyer. Tackled right on the goal line. The Brisbane Broncos, Berrigan had Hannett run through. He took out one player. That was Friend. They've got the kick to the in goal. Webster's turned around. Webster with the ball. Doesn't take any chances. Line drop out. 2 minutes remain first half.
Well, the kick wasn't such a bad idea there from Perry, but he should have let his teammates know. No one really chasing there from the Broncos to mount some pressure to get the try. Of course, they'll get a restart here and another chance inside. Well, 1.5 minutes left in this first half. They'll get another crack, the Broncos.
Jake Webster, been a knee problem that's kept him out. And on the wing tonight, and Clark now was called time off with 90 seconds remaining. All their line dropouts tonight. There's been a little bit of shenanigans. Now Prince has got trouble with his right shoulder. Read into that what you will. I'm not about to judge the merits of the injury, but it's come at a pretty convenient time, it has to be said.
Clever work, Scotty Prince.
Not something that Kevin Waters wouldn't have done in his stellar career. Here's the kick downfield. You can sue me if you like, Kevin Waters, for that comment. Here's Hennett with the ball. 32 metres out from the line. Brisbane, possibly their last set coming up to half-time. Sivanasiva, another big run from Petro. Big striding front rower, 22 metres out from the line. Berrigan, Fireday will take the next one. The hair goes everywhere. Fireday fending, running, takes the defence with him. 10 metres Cooper's out from the line. Berrigan dummy half. Perry is centre field. Sivanasiva dumps it off for Perry. Lockyer out there for Carlo, close to the line. Cooper's able to make the tackle. They're so close again. Berrigan back for Perry. Thaiday on his outside. Thaiday backed into the defence. And Prince hangs on with LaFranchi. 30 seconds remain first half. Perry puts the banana kick in. It's got Hilda rogue-footed. And somehow Rogers comes up with the ball. Poor old Matt Hilda, he's twisted himself into the ground trying to catch it.
Well, he slipped over, didn't he? Danger signs there for the Titans. A lucky bounce into Rogers' hands sees them out of trouble.
Could have bounced anywhere, but went safely to Matt Rogers. The Coast are going to hang on. Prince kicks downfield. Michaels will chase it back. It goes over the sideline. There'll be no more time for play tonight in this first half. What an entertaining battle. A lot of errors early, but some good tries scored. Nine's Friday night footy. It is the Titans 12 leading the Brisbane Broncos 6. Friday night football on Channel 9. A couple of cute kids watching this one. 12 points to 6. Titans and Broncos. Crowd of over 40,000 fans here tonight. We posted up over the 45,000 mark, in fact. Standing by for the appearance of Brisbane using the away dressing room tonight for the first time. Trailing by 6 at the break. They were waiting on their captain, Darren Lockyer. Round 5 it is of the Telstra Premiership. Lockyer leads them back out. In 3 of their 4 games this year, they have trailed at half-time, Brisbane, and they have lost all 3. Last Friday night was the first time they'd led at half-time, and they went on to beat the Roosters. That's an alarming stat for them. We've told you about the Titans. 3 of their 4 games this year decided by 2 points. Twice it has been in their favour. Scotty Prince, great again tonight, takes them out for the second half. It's just a real good atmosphere here tonight. Fans enjoying it. There's probably as many Gold Coast Titans fans as there are Broncos. All involved to be congratulated for putting on this tonight. In round 5, it wouldn't quite have been the same at Carrara tonight. Getting the big stage for this first time of this local derby. And while the handling hasn't been of the top shelf variety in that first half, we still had some good rugby league. Without doubt, the highlight, that Titans' second try to Delaney, build up to that. Second half underway here at Suncorp with Brett Delaney. And the defending premiers down by 6. Carlaw will take the first run. His stats from the first half: 8 tackles and 7 hit-ups. Sivanasiva leading both counts for Brisbane, 13 and 13. And for the Titans, Michael Henderson, 18 tackles tonight. Luke Bailey top it with the hit-ups with 9. A snapshot of the stats that matter. Berrigan with the ball. Here's Ben Hennett running there at Cooper. Good value for them, Gavin Cooper, for the Titans. Did well last year in his first season in the big time with the Cowboys. And Hodges puts on left and right steps. Rogers has been well tested tonight, coming back from that neck injury. Lockyer inside. Carlaw takes another one, and again Cooper is there, the 16 on halfway. Last tackle, Brisbane. Ball out in front of Perry. He was knocked out there by Cooper. Campbell, well, you're going to say Preston's been a little quiet in attack tonight. Could be a bad side for Brisbane the second half, but he's had too many chances in broken play tonight, Preston Campbell. In fact, I reckon he's had less possessions tonight than any game I can remember. Driven back there. Big one from Tony Carroll. That's a Carroll special, and it hurt Laleapaya. In fact, it was Webster who drove back. Watch Jake Webster hit it back here. Carroll picks him up and drives in. Played by Kayla, 15 inside their own half. Out for Prince, across, dummy to Myers, always looks good. Lockyer was there, Eastwood there, Thaiday finishes it off. Last tackle, so Prince out of play. They'll probably look to Hilda to kick. Here he is from outside the 40. He was on the left side of the field, not good when you're a right footer. Got in a pretty handy kick away, Matt Hilda. Tim Gilbert's sideline.
Yeah.
That's what's been said in the sheds.
Yeah, John Cartwright, very happy. Just said more of the same guys in this next 40 minutes. Very happy with the discipline. He complimented them on their defence, as did Wayne Bennett with the Broncos. He said, look, guys, you're tackling well. It's all about ball control. Hang on to the ball and we'll win this game.
Yeah, they had 55% of the ball in the first half there, Brisbane, but a completion rate of just a little better than 50%.
It's a simple game, isn't it? I know under-7s coaches that tell their team to hold the ball. You hold it, you build pressure, you put yourself in with a chance for your strike players to score points.
And what doesn't tell the story, a lot of those errors came on tackle 1 or tackle 2, which hurts even more. Here's Thaiday, he's lost it. And what tackle's that? Tackle number 2. Right on cue. Gold Coast scrum feed, 25 metres out. The completion rate at the moment is 14 to 24 for Brisbane.
He knows too, Sam Thaiday. He got up slapping the ground. Another simple error to give the Titans good field position. And they're showing that they've got an attacking flair here tonight, and they can score points.
Yeah, I think Campbell will respond to my questioning. Been a bit quiet. Here he is. Passes there for Delaney. Delaney almost obstruction. Didn't quite run behind him. They've stolen the ball anyway. Eastwood, clever work. Dirty Harry, Greg Eastwood came up with the ball. Now Hodges with it. Gets back to the 40-metre line and over. Watch Eastwood again. This is smart. Just go for the ball. Delaney's there looking up. Is it an obstruction? Eastwood says, I don't care. I'll take the ball.
Any which way but loose.
Nice follow-up, Ben. Working nicely. Now it goes for Berrigan. Inside for Sivanasiva. He looks like a line-out jumper now in rugby union with a strapping around one knee. The headband on. Strapping on both knees. Hodges is tall enough to be in the line-out. Taken down by Rogers again. You can only applaud the defence of Rogers tonight. It's been strong. Tate on the last tackle. He's going to have to kick. Found a gap. Campbell goes across there. Webster's got it cut off. Webster is tackled front on by Carroll and somehow is stretched out. It's as good as a try.
Unbelievable work from Jake Webster. Great defence from Tony Carroll.
He's injured too, Tony Carroll. Got his hand up for the trainers. Looks to be in a fair bit of strife in back play.
Oh, Webster, desperation. The tackle was as good as it gets from Tony Carroll, but he's lost feeling in that right shoulder now. And Kayla crashes back out for the Titans, hands and knees back to the 20. Friend for Bailey. Bailey on for Cooper. Lockyer front on. Got away from Lockyer. Then Thaiday gets him.
Great tackle. Great defensive technique. Hope you're watching at home, kids.
Now Prince kicks from 30 metres out from his own line. Tate gets a bounce. Oh, it came off the knees. Then up onto the chest, I think. But almost knees on the hand there.
He just doesn't look confident at the moment, does he, Tate? A fantastic player on his day, as good as anyone out there on the three-quarter line.
Now Michael's across field for the Broncos. So Tony Carroll stayed out there. You've got to just believe it was just a stinger and lost feeling temporarily in that right shoulder.
A stinger.
A burner, I think they call it, Bossy.
I'm thinking more of Tiger Woods with a low 2-iron. Anyway, been watching a lot of the golf lately. 39 metres out from the line. Well, sting, burn, it's all the same. Here's Berrigan.
I like it.
Maybe it was me who wrote those rules back all those years ago. Dropped by Berrigan.
Sean Berrigan coming up there and out.
Play 4. When you're 25 metres out. Another one. Campbell out to Prince. Prince out for Delaney, having a good night. Froggy Delaney out the centres. 15 to 26 now for the Broncos, the completion rate. LaFranchi with the ball. And Anthony LaFranchi almost back to halfway, able to offload. And Gold Coast has been a highlight tonight, their offloading ability and support play. This time with Kayla. Nothing flash about that run. Tackled low down by Thaiday. 38 metres out. Friend, Brad Myers. They settle down in this set. Quick hands by Prince on for Hilda. Hilda tackled by Lockyer. Tackle number 4 on the Broncos 30. Friend for Prince. Prince decides to kick before the last. Bounce getting away from Hunt. Great balance from Carmichael Hunt. He's got the ball close to the line.
It was fantastic work and anticipation from the current test fullback. The Broncos are getting caught on their own line.
It was Brent Tate stumbling right on the goal line. But this 10-metre zone again, I labour the point, it's just chopping up out there. It is hard for the players to keep their footing.
Well, this end of the field is the one that gets no sun.
They are really struggling down in that 10, Eastwood with the ball.
Nice tactics from the Titans to keep kicking into that corner, make it very difficult for the Broncos to bring it off their line.
Well, there's 5 tackles, and all they've done, dummy half running. They're 25 metres out now. Lockyer rushes the kick. He's got plenty of length on it, though. He's got it inside the 30. Back for Campbell. A fumble. That's knocked back. I'm sweet with that. Here's Campbell. Lockyer chases the kick, puts on the brakes, and runs into Hannon. The dummy half, Lalea Paya. Paya back over the 30-metre line. Friend will get a lot of game time again tonight. Amos started the match well. Here's Myers back to the 30. Friday low in the tackle. Gold Coast on their 40. But they're looking more composed in attack than Brisbane. They have most of the night. Here's Hilda back inside for Cooper. Cooper twisting in the leg there was Ben Hennett. Right on halfway. Friend for Myers. Away for Prince. Cross. There's the show of the ball. Perry doesn't fall for it this time. Shuts down Prince. Takes him out of the kicking play. This time Campbell is the player. They rush up on him. Sivanasiva. Got a low kick in. Preston Campbell takes with the ball. Rolling one, and again he stumbles. He's almost back to the 30. Over there. Now Hodges for Hunt. All the way across for Michaels. Broncos forwards getting back on side. He had to get away from Friday. He's taken down by Delaney. It's a bit like starting over again for Brisbane in this match, even though they trail by 6. They've just got to walk before they can run in this match because of the handling problems they've had. It's not clicking for them tonight.
Sometimes, Vossi, when you try too hard, things can only get worse for them. So they need to be careful here.
Tony Carroll got back over halfway. Former Broncos and former internationals Kevin Walters and Ben Eichen in commentary tonight. Now Carlaw, he was hit as he was falling. He's on his way down into the ropes. Last tackle, Brisbane, locked out. He'll go high, test out Preston Campbell. Haven't done it too many times tonight. Campbell cool. And Campbell, he runs the tightrope. He was headed over the sideline. Eastwood for Lockyer. Lockyer gets inside the 10. Campbell's going to regret that. He went close to the sideline, then had to pass. Broncos, Berrigan, 10 out from the line. 12 points to 6, 9 into the second half. Sivanasiva, biggest dummy half in the world, takes a run at them. Held up by 4. And we'll play it. Berrigan now for Carlaw. They take another no-nonsense play. Cooper came over the top. They've reached tackle number 4. Berrigan, they go deeper this time. Perry, they're set. Decoy, Thaiday, back out for Hunt. Look at Hunt. This is the rugby sevens. And now for Tate. He's not almost improves big time. Held by Delaney. Quick play the ball. It's the last. Hunt's lost it. And knocked on. Changeover.
Well, I've got to give the Titans defence a rap there. They scrambled well after the ball into the touch on this right-hand side, or Preston lost control of it. And they scrambled really well in defence. They've done that well all night tonight, the Titans. And they need to be, because Broncos were pressing that line again, looking for that elusive try.
Sums up Preston Campbell, though, Benny. Sometimes there's rocks or diamonds. Johnny Cartwright said earlier in the season that he's got to be in the side somewhere, and he's never going to be dirty on him for making a mistake, because it's always done attacking and done at 1,000 miles an hour.
Well, he has got that ability to tip a game on its head. Sometimes it's in the negative. He went close, oh so close there to coming up with a disaster play. But the Titans are out of it. They're working their way out of their own half now.
And with it, Henderson hit hard. He made his debut for the Dragons a few years back. It was against the Broncos, and he broke his thumb in the first half. But still counts it as a career highlight. That first game didn't last all that long on the field. Now there's a penalty to the Titans. So it swims their way at the moment, the Gold Coast.
Ben Hennett flopping there. Crucial penalty late in the tackle count.
I get excited when the Titans get into a position to attack, because at the moment I would have to say they're one of the best athlete football teams in the competition. Their ability to offload, support the ball carrier, and their lateral ball movement is fantastic. They're really putting opposition defences under pressure, even this strong Broncos lineup.
Henderson takes the hit up. Henderson gets inside the 30. They're all on the hit and spin tonight. Henderson did that there, and there was a brief chance to offload. Friend. Cooper was close, and they link up with Kayla. And again, he was spun around in the tackle. I don't think that was deliberate. That was the force of Eastwood coming over the top. Friend gets out of dummy half, away for Gavin Cooper. And Cooper will play it 5 metres away from the line. They are big and deep to the right-hand side here, the Titans. Here they come. Prince with the ball across for Bailey. He brings it back infield. Got away from Eastwood. Still a chance to attack to the right-hand side. Prince knows it. He's screaming for it. He's got it in his hands. Scotty Prince. Cut out ball for Campbell. Then on for Hilda. Out for Delaney. You can see it coming. Delaney's got his second try. But really, you've got to say it was clinical the way they outstretched the Broncos right there.
Well, it's all too simple for the Gold Coast boys. They never got a quick play the ball at all in that set. The Broncos defence was ready to rock and roll. Scott Prince moves it to the right. They end up with a 3-on-2, a 4-on-2. And it's simple hands against Delaney over in the corner. Broncos here, they just did not get numbers where they needed to be in the defensive line. The Titans should not have got 4 points that easy. There's some issues out there at the moment for the visiting team.
Yeah, it was a great decoy run there. One of the Titans just didn't quite pick up who it was. Locked Shane Perry in, and that was all over for the Broncos defensively. The Titans shifted the ball the outside, and great try again to Delaney. That's his second tonight, and his second for the season.
16 games in first grade last year for Parramatta. Made his debut late in 2005. Just got a taste of first grade footy, 2 games, and signed for 3 years by the Titans.
I hate to say it, but I'll put it out there. Have the Brisbane Broncos underestimated this Titans outfit? I don't think they've been at their fast-paced best or aggressive best, the Broncos.
Well, their own worst enemy, Ben, with all these back-to-back mistakes there again. A handling error and then a penalty sets the Titans up. We know these boys can attack. We know they can score points, the Titans.
I agree with your comment, Ben. I think we probably came here expecting a little bit bigger the combat, the engagement of the forwards early. Here's Campbell's kick on the run again. Preston Campbell misses with this one. 16-6 Friday night footy. The try scorer, Blacktown Junior, playing out of the Gold Coast, and you're not seeing it, but he is a very, very good goal kicker, Brett Delaney. Player capable of a 75% success rate. Did a lot of kicking in the lower grades at Parramatta and a bit in first grade. Back underway. Friday night football at Suncorp, a mix-up in goal, and Hilda, for the second time in the match, now Hennett takes a big shot on Henderson, but the trap of the ball there, give me another name besides Roberto Baggio, someone more recent, because that was pretty good skill by Matty Hilda in goal to trap a ball that's travelling 55 metres on the fly and trap it with the shins.
He showed us on a couple of occasions tonight he's got some skill, the kid.
Have lost it. The Titans have lost it with Luke Swain. Brisbane will get a scrum feed 15 metres out from the line. There's the tackle on Swain.
Down there, boys. Down there.
Well, Sean Berrigan looked up sheepishly there. Here's the in-goal incident. Nice trap
Nice
there.
skills.
Have a look at this hit. Whooshka!
And see you boys follow your football. I give you Baggio, you don't give me any name, not even Beckham or anything. You give me nothing.
Give you posh boys.
And we go away to Hodges. 20 metres out from the line. Viduka, that would have done. Mark Viduka. Here's Lockyer. To centre field with Eastwood. Up came Friend. Cut the Broncos' chances of going any further left. A very flat left. A lot of forwards there. Lacey's out there. The Oompa Loompa man, he's out there. And they're 9 metres out from the line, the Broncos. Lacey wearing jumper 16. Lockyer. And now there's an opportunity. Batted on there by Hunt for Hodges. Get there in numbers. Payer. Rogers. Play the ball. Almost went past Lacey. Out for Hunt. Lockyer trying to organise them left. Now for Perry. Breaks down for Brisbane. They're just off song tonight. 19 metres out from the line. Lacey for Lockyer. Goes the low kick. Webster has to attack it. Does well. And not for the first time tonight, Jake Webster.
I'll tell you what, I think the Broncos are struggling. They're not getting in formation as the Titans get a penalty. More pressure relieved. But when the Broncos are attacking the Titans, they do not get in formation quick enough to come up with the plays that are going to break the line. They stand around looking at each other. They force the kick. And this is a huge kick.
Well, it's found touch inside the 40. That from inside the 20. Massive result for the Titans. They go on the attack right from the get-go in this set. Henderson. There's that spin again as he hits the line. Fawn over the top. Henderson. the former Dragon, to centre field, and a short pass there off to Kayla. 3 in the tackle. Titans are 25 metres out. Tackle number 2. Friend scoops it up, runs, tackled there by Lacey. It's a tough choice for Cartwright when to throw Amos back into the match because Friend is so good coming off the bench. Now the ball with LaFranchi. And the Gold Coast in traffic. 10 metres out from the line. Little wasted that play. They're organised now, though, with Prince and Campbell, 2 of the heavyweights on the right side. Figuratively speaking, now the Broncos lose it. What sort of night are they having? Berrigan lost the ball. Lost handle on it. Now Hilda's with it. Unloads for Cooper. 5 minutes from the line. It is extraordinary. The errors Brisbane are making tonight. Nathan Friend back on for LaFranchi. They have got Brisbane on the ropes, but a lot of it is the Broncos' own doing. The Coast with Friend, Prince, inside for Campbell, quick hands. That is skill personified. Henderson goes over for the Gold Coast Titans. Only the second try of his career, but what about the way they set it up? 2 little magic men, Prince and Campbell.
They're worth their weight in gold, these 2 players. They sniff out opportunities. Scott Prince has the ability to get his team in the position to create these opportunities for both himself and for Preston Campbell. There's the error. Here comes the try. Goes to Prince. Sizes up the options. Blake inside. It's Preston, his partner in crime. There's spaces everywhere. And those 2 guys, they know how to find space when it's around.
Well, I don't know if it was a planned move here from the inside ball, certainly was, but Henderson, the big front rower, finds himself with the line wide open with just 5 metres to run.
Well, I spoke about it before, the ad-lib style of football that normally comes with years of playing together. Elf and Kevy had it when they played. These guys have got it now. They're 5 games old.
It's Campbell and Preston. They have a terrific understanding
And
of it.
Prince. You've got to think Campbell, Preston, Prince,
Yeah,
they're all there.
anyone's
Prince,
there.
Preston. No, it's good to watch. And Campbell from right in front on the run. Goes Preston. Campbell successful again. It's 4 tries to 1 in Friday night footy. Friday night for the Titans. They didn't think they were going to be in this position with a quarter of the game to go. All night, 2 tries to Delaney. 1 now to Minicello and 1 to Henderson. Restart of play with Darren Lockyer. They have to score next, the Broncos. Friday night football on Channel 9. We're at Suncorp Stadium. 26. The Titans, they found themselves in this position last week with a quarter of the game to go. They led 24-6, in fact, with 22 remaining and only held on to win by 2. They got a bit nervous late. But it's whether the Broncos can step up and improve their handling to put the challenge on them. Cartwright, Scotty Sattler, part of the staff for the Titans, but John Cartwright's done a magnificent job. If they win tonight, it's 3 wins from their first 5. Prince with the ball, 15 metres inside his own half. Back for LaFranchi, nice over the top. From Hennett, low down was Nick Kenny. Last tackle for the Titans. Campbell's the kicker this time. Goes, strange kick that one, low down and kicked across field. Tate's there. But the night Brent Tate's had, you'd keep them coming at his way. 31 metres out. I can't remember a Broncos side losing the ball so much on the first and second tackle than tonight.
With Jonathan Thurston obviously putting his hand up to step into the space vacated by Andrew Johns, you've got a feel for this guy, Scotty Prince. There's a test match just around the corner next Friday night. Scott Prince playing the house down and has been all season.
Prepared to get dirty in games now and get tackled and take the ball to the line, which he wasn't doing at some stages of his career.
Hodges will play it 40 metres out from the line. Lacey, Lockyer, up to the line. There's Hunt, the old firm. Under defence alert, last tackle. Lockyer drifts over to the right-hand side. Perry, though, has the call for the kick. He's going to put one up for Michaels to chase. Webster's had a good night. He's underneath it. Webster again. Jake is having a good night out on that right wing for the Gold Coast. Now Campbell. Just watch the challenge here from Luke Swain. Came past with a raised forearm. He's a little lucky, Luke Swain. Perry stayed down. It got him in the sternum. It was a glancing blow, maybe a little stronger than that. on Shane Perry. Ben, you happy enough to live with this being play on?
We've got to say, I think he's just glanced him. He might be trying to milk a penalty, though. Shane Perry's not that kind of player.
No.
He may have got him in a position. Looks like he's caught him just on the, what do you call it, the voice box, the larynx.
Hello, Graham Wester's putting a message through to Steve Clark, saying, Houston, we have a problem here.
Well, the elbow was cocked, wasn't it, when he came through, I thought.
Cock's the word, too. It was right up there.
From Luke Swain, and he's going to be called out. So we're going to have a penalty where the ball came down, which is just out from the goal line.
Okay, the video ref had a chance to have a look at it. He said you've hit him with a glancing blow up high with your forearm or elbow. It's grazed him, we think, but it's enough to knock him over. It was late, so it's on report, and there'll be a penalty here to the Broncos.
It's an elbow to the chest.
Yeah.
I think it would have been nice if Graham West passed that information on to Steve Clark.
Nice comment from Scotty Prince there. He's asked if Shane Perry's going to the Logies this year as well, so there you go.
So Lacey goes over the sideline. And this is 10 metres out. It's a big chance for Brisbane. Lacey away for Nick Kenny. And Nick Kenny on the spin. Driven back by the Titans defence. You've got to admire it. 18 and a half minutes remaining at 22-6. They got nervous last week. They might get nervous in a moment. Hunt runs onto a Lockyer ball. Henderson over the top with Cooper. 3 minutes out. Lacey, Lockyer, quick hands eastward. Needs one more. They score. They will score. Hodges goes over. This game is not over. There are quite some kilometres to travel yet. In football speak, it is 22-10. 18 to go. Stacks of time.
Well, they're at their best when they want to play fast. The play before we see this try, Eastwood getting the ball to Hodges for the four-pointer. The Broncos hit the line, reformed, until they found they had numbers. They come up with the play, was going to get them across the line.
Yeah, that's right, Ben, keeping their width nicely there, the Broncos, and Hodges diving over in the corner. That's his 5th of the season already, his first tonight, but they did stretch the Titans' defence down their right-hand side, and Matt Rogers flew out of the line, trying to stop the pass from Lockyer. Too clever, the Australian skipper. Shoveled it out, and he knew where the try line was.
This is an exceptionally big kick at 22-10. Get that margin under 2 converted tries for Darren Lockyer on the good side for the left footer.
What's your feeling?
Well, he's that sort of player. He can produce at the right moment. Here's Lockyer, the left footer, from just inside the touchline. You betcha! Lockyer gets it. 22-12. 4 tries to 2. Hodges try. Lockyer sideline conversion. He just knows the moment, Darren Lockyer. He knew they needed that one. Right on cue, just bangs it over. So the crowd will have the finish they were hoping for. Sixteen and a half minutes remaining. Friday night footy. Here is Kenny from Brisbane running back. They had him lined up. He ran all the way almost from the advertising hoardings beyond the dead ball line. Let's go down to the sideline. Tim Gilbert.
Here comes Big Brother. We're starting to see the Broncos flags amidst the sea of blue. An international side. There's 10 Australian players at this Broncos side. Next Friday night, of course, we've got the test match here. If they display that in the next 16, who knows, they could win this game.
22-12. Inside for Stagg, hit front on there by Kayla. It's a good bench for the Titans. They're contributing tonight. Kayla, Myers, Cooper, Friend. Broncos kick, sending Webster back. Campbell's across there. Webster has to play it. He won't pass to Campbell. Campbell will be there to take the next one. Webster tackled on the 20. You felt all night in the first half, even though the Broncos handling was poor, that we may still get a big finish here. Mark Minicello got the first try tonight. He's ready to come back on. He'll come on for Kayla. Payers come in from the left wing to take a run, gets over the 30. Hannett and Thorne there. We've got a Broncos chant up at the same time as a Titans chant. Now it goes away for Swain. He's on the 40-metre line. And the Broncos try coming about because of the penalty against Luke Swain for the late challenge on Perry. Now Bailey thrown down there by Thorne. Hasn't quite been as dominant performance tonight by Bailey as it was last Sunday. Here's Campbell kicking on the last. Tate's back there. Tate safely with it. 10 metres out from the line. Away for Carmichael Hunt. Straight away first in the tackle, Minicello. Hodges rushes in to dummy half. And will give Steve Michaels a run. And Michaels over the 20 for Brisbane. With 14 and a half minutes remaining. Broncos with only one win next to their name this season. And that was last week against the Roosters, the team that occupied bottom spot on the ladder. So it ain't that flattering for the defending premiers. Carmichael Hunt, switch of play read by Minicello.
Great read there from Minicello, come up with a big play.
Lacey up to the 40 for Lockyer, on for Tate at centre that time. Rogers up there and plenty of teammates to help. Hilda got across with Cooper, last tackle. Lockyer kicks from outside the 40, goes down the centre. Time for Preston to come into the play again. He lets Webster get at it. So Webster will run it back. A bit bigger and a bit stronger than Preston. To the 20-metre line. Campbell with it. Delaney wraps around to take the run. Big enough to play in the back row and has done that in his time at Parramatta. Brent Delaney outside the 30-metre line. Gold Coast in possession. Now for Henderson. Big night for him. A try at Suncorp. Good field. Second try of the career. Run it out of their own half. Prince on for Swain. Swain up to halfway. 13 and a half minutes remaining here at Suncorp. First time the Titans have played the Broncos. Now Minicello. He's 45 away. This is where the control of Campbell and Prince come into the game again. Here he is, Scotty Prince. He decides to try a chip. Well, they weren't expecting that. Michael's got to him. Amos there chasing through. Up with a 10-point lead. I think everyone thought bar Scotty Prince, the kick was going to be deep.
I'll be interested to see how the Titans finish out this game. We know they struggled out last week against Penrith, but I don't think they should stop throwing the ball around.
Now Lacey for Thorne. Thorne crashes up over the 30. Very tense right at the moment. The players tightened up all of a sudden. With Brisbane, Amos has got his arm there caught under Brad Thorne. Now Lacey on for Kenny. All hustle and bustle Nick Kenny. 9 minutes short of halfway. This time Hodges goes forward and he had Hunt there in support. Now back for Perry. Perry tries for the miracle ball, doesn't bounce there easily for Lacey. Hodges offloads, Carlaw with it. Carlaw at 6s and 7s, and that's in his own mind. He's 40 metres out from the line. He straightens up and will play it on the last tackle, 35 metres out from the Titans line. Lockyer's on the right, Perry's on the left. It comes to Perry. Perry, doesn't even get his foot to it. Under pressure from Henderson.
Took a little long.
Oh, it's another from the Clippers foul, Kevy.
I think I could see that coming. That looked like it was in slow motion, didn't it?
A little bit casual. Here it is here coming in. Henderson, yeah, he should have got his kick away there. Unfortunately, he didn't. But the Titans have been very methodical, bringing the ball off their line. They're not frightened to tip the ball on and throw little layback passes. They're playing some good football here.
12 minutes remaining, 22-12. Big crowd at Suncorp. Rogers with it. 47,686. How good's that?
That's a great crowd. We love our footy up here in Queensland.
Absolutely. Home of rugby league with the crowds like that. It'll be a massive crowd for the test again next Friday night. Amos in a dummy half, 35 minutes out. He goes Amos. Then away for Hilda. Throws it on for Player. They call it forward. Oh, that is tight.
First look, I thought it was forward there, guys. Unfortunately for the Titans fans.
There's a Broncos player here who was in an offside position. Don't know if it really counted in the end. Obviously not in the mind of Stephen Clark. The Titans still looking very classy. Like what I'm seeing. Johnny Cartwright's doing a marvellous job.
Well, they look a top 8 side, don't they? They don't think they're going off early if they say they look a top 8 team. If they win tonight, it's 3 or 5. Could have been 4 or 5.
Most definitely.
Hodges with it. Tackled short of the 30. Now Lockyer. And for Thorne.
The other thing is too, Vossi, they have been in some tight games and won some tight matches, so that'll put them in good stead tonight once we get inside this last 10 minutes.
Racing away to Hunt. Down the short side with Kenny. Short of halfway. 10 and a half minutes remaining. Here's Lockyer. On halfway, trapped there by Amos, and then gets it finished off by Rogers. He's played tough tonight, Matt Rogers. Now Lacey He runs at Scott Prince, he's lost it. Gold Coast will have the ball with Lalea Paya. Paya comes back. So another error from Brisbane. The completion rate 22 of 37. And now a penalty to the Gold Coast. Paya gets up, just tosses the ball in the back of Justin Hodges.
That really hurts. Compounding an error. Broncos losing the ball. Justin Hodges frustrated, going on with it. Titans are going to get good field position here now. 22 completed sets from 37 opportunities. You can't win football matches with stats like that.
I think on the Sunday roast Sunday, we might even put together a Broncos horror package. With some of the errors tonight.
You think Wayne will watch that one?
No, I think he'll look the other way at that time. Here's Bailey. And Bailey gets up within 11 metres of the line. Gold Coast with a huge chance here at 22 to 12. Amos, and they put it down. Minicello. He's excited tonight. He got one try, almost got a second in the first half, but he puts it down there.
I think in his mind he was already across the line. Hands stiffened up. He was ready to plant this one down.
Well, that was right in the breadbasket, as we call it. Had a bit of a look there, I think, Mark Minicello. Let the Broncos still in this game. 22-12, a try here is what they need. But it's finding a little bit hard at the moment. Even controlling their sets, controlling the football has been a problem for Brisbane in this match.
Sunday, your footy action kicks off at 11 with a footy show. Guest host Mark Riddell from the Parramatta Eels, and then a Sunday roast at midday. And at 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon, following the National Surf Lifesaving Championships, we've got the Tigers against the Sharks from Campbelltown. Tigers have had the wood on the Sharks. They've won their last 6. They go into this game winless this season. Carlo with the ball for Brisbane. And it is 8.5 minutes remaining. With Lacey out the left for Carmichael Hunt. And front on, Swain's there to finish off the early work of Hilda in that tackle. 29 metres from their line. Lacey, Perry, they need a big play here. It has to come from a Lockyer, Hunt or Hodges, I think. Last tackle. Something has to happen for Brisbane. Perry's with it. On for Lockyer. Chance to run it on the last. That's what Lockyer does. Throws it out the tape. Did well to gather it in. Throws it back in field. Fielded there by LaFranchi.
Running a little bit desperate, the Broncos.
It's just not happening for them, is it, Kev? Really not.
At the moment, no.
Lalea Paya in a dummy half. It's happening for the Gold Coast, though. Yes, they've won 2 games, but this is the night they've really arrived tonight. Henderson with it. Henderson flung down there by Thioday. Amos dummy half. 35 metres out. LaFranchi carries them inside the 30. Just all over him in defence. Last play here for the Coast. Amos, Prince will kick across to the wing of Michaels. Get ready, Steve Michaels. Here comes Jake Webster. Loses the ball and it's over the sideline. Great kick, great pressure. And Michaels just got a little too hot in that kitchen.
We're going to see it again. It's a great kick by Scott Prince. Webster chases through hard. Could have gone either way there. Was he in the air, wasn't he? In the end, he came up with the error. The Titans are going to have another chance to get more points. And the way they're looking at the moment, I believe they can.
Yeah, I think they can get more points as well. Particularly now they're inside that tennis. Steve Clark blows a bit of time out. But Scott Prince's kicking game of the night has been outstanding. Pinpoint accuracy.
There's a chance for a blindside play here for the Coast. Prince has had a little look that way. They've got Delaney standing there. Sure enough, they go the open side. Hilda. And it comes for Rogers. So there he's picked up and thrown down by Justin Hodges. Campbell. Now the blindside's on for Hilda. Nailed in the tackle of Greg Eastwood. LaFranchi acting half. LaFranchi! He's got it down, Anthony LaFranchi. Touchdown says yeah. Clark says try. And the Gold Coast Titans, well, they've done it. 26 to 12, the first local derby against the Broncos.
And this is a Titans crowd. Don't worry about that. There's blue flags going everywhere. Here's the try. Very simple play from dummy half. He's big and strong, Anthony LaFranchi. He's been in great form for the Titans in these opening rounds. He's picked out one of the lighter men in the Broncos side, run straight at him. Used his leg drive, upper body strength, plants it over. Unassailable lead now, if you ask me, for the Titans.
Well, I don't like going back in time, but 1995, the Broncos travelled down to Carrara to take on I think it was the Giants, whatever they were back then, in a similar result as tonight's, with the Broncos going down handsomely to the Gold Coast Giants. What were they back then?
Seagulls.
We were very confident going into the game, but they played the better football.
I might have played that.
No, that's when Glenn Lazarus ran down Tucker Coleman off the intercept.
Right, yes, the big fella. And Dale Shearer had a whale of a game that night. I remember that, and Tucker Coleman. We had nothing that night, the Broncos, and like tonight, Titans just too good, too classy.
Here goes Preston Campbell, 8 metres in from touch, wants a bit of swing on it from Preston! Off the post and over. It's that sort of night for the Titans. It's a golden night, 28-12, Tim Gilbert.
What a great quick play, Preston Campbell. What a weird night for Brisbane. They're on their own turf, but they are foreigners. The home sheds, the Gold Coast Titans are there. They look up into the stands at the sea of blue. They look on the scoreboard. Oh, a night they'd rather forget.
Smiles from Nathan Friend, Luke Bailey on the bench. He's been given an early mark. And points conceded. You know, if you tip the Titans tonight, did you think they'd get up near 30? Broncos, best defence in the league last season, averaged 16 points a game against them. Tonight the Coast have gone a dozen over that at 28-12. Made a mistake. And
He's got a knee injury here, mate.
Oh, no, Michael Henderson, this is tragic.
Yeah, he knows he's in trouble, the poor kid.
Oh, geez, in pain. You almost think even fracture the way the pain he's got. This is terrible stuff for Michael Henderson. You almost have to apologise that we bring these pictures to you in your lounge rooms at home. But this is a young bloke whose right leg sort of locked up in the tackle. Oh! And then stretched sideways.
I saw it go under. You're going to see it here from the back.
Well, he's in pain on the way down and then had the full weight of 3 Broncos defenders on him. This is a tough moment for Michael Henderson. I said earlier when he made his first grade debut for the Dragons back in 03 it was, he broke his thumb on debut against Brisbane. And tonight, in front of the biggest crowd of his career, on a night where he scored a great try, he's had this happen.
Isn't that a special moment? The old boxing trainer, Billy Johnston, in his troopers ear. He knows how much pain he's in. He's trying to talk him through this. Experience.
This is a kid who hails from Griffith. Michael Henderson, Medicap out there. Going to be quite a big delay. 28-12. 4 minutes remaining. Let's go down to the sideline. Tim Gilbert.
Yeah, well, what a bitter moment for the Gold Coast on a very, very, very sweet night. Just 22 years of age. Michael Henderson started to play some wonderful football for his former club and then came up to the Gold Coast Titans. This doesn't look good at all, does it? These injuries no one wants to see.
Yeah, the story about this young bloke too, Michael Henderson, it's quite a tale. When he was originally brought to Sydney by his dad, he was coming up to sign a grade cricket contract. I think it was the Balmain Cricket Club. And as I understand it, I think his dad was a Dragons supporter and said, come on, son, let's stop in at the Dragons Leagues Club for a lunch. And he played footy as well. And they just got talking there, and I think they met one of the talent scouts, and they said, while you're here, have a trial. And then it ended up a Dragons player. But that was the original reason he was coming to Sydney on that day, was to come and sign a cricket contract.
I think he's from Griffith, isn't he?
Yeah, from Griffith.
Yeah, from
Great
Griffith,
sporting
so,
town.
Yeah. Well, he's a multi-talented player by the sound of it, but that's bad news for him there. But it's been a great night for the Titans tonight. They played some good football, attractive football. Brisbane were disappointed with their performance, but Titans can pat themselves on the back. It's been a nice performance from them.
So still with Michael Henderson and still Billy Johnston with him all the time. This is enormous pain for Michael Henderson. And all care being taken here with Michael Henderson. Let's head back down to the sideline.
Yeah, Vossi, we're here with Matt Peterson, one of the Gold Coast Titans, and heartbreaking after a wonderful night for you guys.
Mate, it's terrible. Hendo's been one of our better players tonight, so looks like he's in a lot of pain, so hopefully it's nothing too bad.
On the brighter note, what a night. I mean, we've billed it as big brother versus little brother. You've got the sea of blue on your home game here at Suncorp.
Mate, it's great, 47,000 and doesn't get any bigger than this. It's a great win for the boys and something we can build on.
Thanks, Matt.
No worries, mate. Have a good one.
Appreciate the time there of Matt Peterson. So the Medicab out for Michael Henderson, and it's just a horrible moment for this young bloke. We will update you on Michael's condition in our post-match show tonight. 28 points to 12. But a try scorer tonight, and now this injury. And it's been a pretty tough week in rugby league. The injury for Andrew Johns, the retirement, Luke O'Donnell out for the season, and now Michael Henderson, when he scored this try, good on you, young fella, and getting over to score in front of almost 48,000 fans, and his night ends this way. So play back underway after the Henderson injury. Brisbane from the scrum win with just under 4 minutes remaining at 28 to 12, but it's pride alone that Brisbane are playing for here in the closing stages. Eastwood takes the run up. The Broncos are going to finish the 5th round with only one win next to their name, and they play the Knights next Sunday night in Newcastle. Hunt puts a kick in, Tate's leading the race to the ball. Well, he got a challenge on it. Whether he's knocked on is the question. He was onside, but the grounding is under question, and I'm hoping for Brent Tate's sake that he gets the try for the night he's had.
He has. He's made some mistakes. Hasn't been in the best of form. He's been shifted from the centres to the wing. Carmichael Hunt will go to the line here. Put a nice little kick through. Brent Tate chasing oh so hard. That looks good from this angle. We'll see it from on the side. Oh, sorry, from the back. Here we go. Oh, hang on. You slow it down that much. Yeah, you slow it down. Yeah. They're going to be onside. There's the onside shot. So they've obviously agreed with the grounding. I think we're going to get a try here.
That surprised me from Graham West. I thought he might have a look at the head on again, but he was convinced it's a try. So if you're convinced, you don't have another look, do you?
That's right, but he did quite well there to get the ball down. He's had some nasty bounces tonight, in fairness to Brent Tate. There's the try, the green try up. He did get some nasty bounces tonight at different periods in the match. So nice for Brent Tate to finish off with a try.
You never don't want to get excited about a try. It's probably come at the wrong time of the game for the Broncos. It was a nice little play from Carmichael Hunt, who has been good himself. Done himself no disservice in terms of the green and gold jersey. Set up a nice little try for his outside back.
Lockyer's kick, another one from out wide. This one not as crucial as the last one. 28 to 16. The Broncos playing next, or Sunday week, you'll see it, against the Knights. Let's get down to Tim Gilbert.
Yeah, a lot of these Brisbane guys, we mentioned it earlier, will be in the Australian side next Friday night. I think it's just a great compliment to the Titans, the scoreboarders, and their defence, that they can keep an attacking side like them to so fewer points. But that was them at their best, Tate crossing for a try.
Titans next week will play Manly at Brookvale on Sunday. Big matches there. Broncos and Knights. We get a double dose of footy on Sunday week. Bulldogs and Eels in the afternoon. Brush home and night. Oh, Broncos, yeah. There's another one. In goal, Dane Carlaw. Intensity not there in the performance. No one wanted to get down to it. The big front rower. Hodges, Carmichael Hunt, they look at it. And Carlaw gets the ball. Errors started in the first 5 and they're still there in the last 5.
There's been a lot of questions asked about this Titans team. As we see Dane Carlaw looking awfully cranky. Will they have the depth to go a full season? Is this going to be a win off the back of the Broncos' poor performance? All I'd like to say is they've been very good since the start of this competition, and as each week goes by, they are getting better.
And while they have conceded 3 tries tonight, they've also put in some very good goal line defence tonight. And this is back-to-back wins for the first time for the Gold Coast Titans. Now Amos away for LaFranchi. LaFranchi tackled 20 metres out from the line, so they were beaten Dragons week 1 and they were beaten by the Bulldogs week 3, but now their scalps are the Sharks, the Panthers, and the biggest one of all, the defending premiers, the Broncos. Not one Gold Coast fan's gone home early. They want one more try. Scotty Prince inside. A juggle by Matt Rogers. 5 metres away from the line. Amos dummy half. Last tackle. Scott Prince goes for the low kick. Came off the legs there. And it will go to the dead ball line. It went into the legs of David Stagg. So line drop out. He couldn't get out of the way. David Stagg, he was in the line of fire. So they'll get one last chance to crack Brisbane. Carmichael Hunt just throwing the ball about in goal. He doesn't want to get much happening. Lockyer's line drop out. The final 30 seconds. Lockyer, sweet off the boot. Campbell's got it. Back for Myers. See, if you want an impressive fact about tonight, I saw Campbell last week play great. I saw Bailey play superbly. Well, tonight they've been a little bit quiet, yet the Gold Coast performance is still fantastic.
It's been a team performance. Everybody's contributed. It's been the little 1% plays, kick chase, numbers in tackles, speed off the line. It's got them this victory. It's opened up the opportunity for some of these other players, lesser known talents, to get points on the board.
Campbell back to Kayla, keeping it alive for Amos. Last seconds, they might even get time for a play the ball, they won't. If you're a Gold Coast fan, who cares? You've loved the night. In fact, you're close to delirious. What a night here. 47,686 fans to watch the first Titans local derby. And the new chums on the block have won it. 5 tries to 3. 28 points to 16.